Right ahead, there was something like 20 Marabou Storks. At that point, we must have been flying at about 600 kilometers an hour. We crashed into them. A flight that I did out of Nairobi, we were going to Dar es Salaam. I was actually the co-pilot on that flight, flying with the captain. And we took off and climbed up to a certain height. I was the one actually flying the plane. It was a Boeing 737-200. And I began to turn to the right to take the direction to Dar es Salaam.
Yes.
And as you turn, the aircraft banks. That means it tilts. And then when you establish on the direction that you want to go, you roll the aircraft back to level, the wings level. And as I rolled out, right ahead, there was something like 20 Marabou Storks. These are these huge birds, that scavenging birds that have something that hangs, below their neck.
Yes.
They were right there in front of us. At that point, we must have been flying at about 600 kilometers an hour. There was absolutely no time to execute any evasive action. So almost instantaneously, almost immediately after we saw these birds, we crashed into them.
29 right turn, ground sign. 707-270.
And we hit these birds. The windscreen was shattered
Of the plane?
Yes.
Yes.
And glass pellets flew everywhere in the cockpit. The captain was hit, and I just saw him slump like this with blood.
Sorry.
And I could see he had been knocked out unconscious. But I was sitting there, and I knew that I wasn't hurt myself. And I immediately reduced the speed of the aircraft and stopped the climb. Went on the radio, called the air traffic control, declared an emergency, and requested for an immediate return back into Nairobi. And we got the clearance, and I began to turn the aircraft. The windscreen is shattered, the aircraft begins to shake, and I was thinking this aircraft is going to break up any minute. I couldn't tell where, the shakings were coming from, but it was like some part of the aircraft had been ripped open and air was forcing itself through. So I managed to turn the aircraft, and we were given priority clearance, and I managed to bring it back and landed, safely.